So welcome. Just trying to make sure everything's set up here. Okay. So we'll wait till everyone gets here. It's 5 o'clock right now. Set up my painting area out on my porch at my apartment. So just while we're waiting for everyone, I can go through just a few odds and ends. If you're here, give me a thumbs up, comment on the chat so I know who all's here. Be patient, this is my first live stream. All right. So, not sure how many people know, spray paint art is my first medium I ever tried about 2 years ago. Saw a friend post some pictures of some space scenes on Facebook, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I'm like, how'd you do that? And he said, spray paint. And at first I didn't believe him because I didn't think you could do something like that with spray paint. Hi Patricia, hi Christy. How's everyone doing? So again, so I saw my friend post paintings of space scenes, and he said it was spray paint. So I started doing a little research and found some YouTube channels that he suggested of guys who have been doing it 15 years, 10 years, do tutorials. So I spent about 2 or 3 weeks sitting on YouTube after work, watching video after video after video. And I finally decided to go out and buy a few cans of spray paint, some poster board, and that was about June of 15. So we're coming on a little bit over a year, 2 years that I've been doing this. And so I'd come home after I did my first ones and was hooked, and would do 2 or 3, 4 paintings a night. And so I started up with a stack of paintings this big. So a friend suggested I maybe go to fall festivals and start selling them. So I went to my first fall festival, and I did really well. So I decided to turn my hobby into also a part-time business. So again, bear with me. Give me some good input here. I don't know if the volume's good enough. If you can hear me, let me know. So the first thing I'm going to do is run through, just flip through while people are showing up, some paintings that I've done that are part of my portfolio. Try not to get a glare. So this is a steampunk girl. We have a space scene with a neat little grid down here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is over here. I do like to do a lot of stencil work. So here, this is the Viper. Randy Orton, I believe, is from WWE. That was a request from a customer, so I made one of those. This is my heart planet, but people say they look like other things. I won't say what they are. My Batman versus Superman, a couple planets seen through a cave. This is my first abstract piece. So this was a flower vase with some flowers. Again, another Superman, which again, I love fandom. This was one of my first attempts at some quote-unquote artistic style. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. I love steampunk, so this is a steampunk heart with wings. One of my favorite movies, Clockwork Orange. So right now, these are 11 by 14. That's the most common size I work in, and I do these for about 20 bucks a piece, just because that's what the market warrants here in Springfield, Missouri. Wish I could get more, but I'll take 20 for now. That's good. But this is just a few samples. I have a lot of space scenes because that's kind of actually the good spot to start, to warm up. And actually that's what I'm going to do tonight first, to show you guys a nice space scene before I do a commission piece that I owe someone. So more space. This was fun. This is a stacked planet look. Mockingbird. This is from Hunger Games. And then one of my favorites to do is the TARDIS from Doctor Who. There's a glare, sorry guys. So that's kind of what I have in my portfolio right now. And just a quick run through of supplies. I find it very handy to have this board to put my painting on. And then I also got at a flea market for like a couple of bucks this nice turntable. So that's handy. Poster board. This is one of the best materials to use for spray paint art because it has a glossy side, and you'll see whenever I do some of my techniques that the glossy is important to be able to take paint on and off and do some of the textures that we do. So is everything running okay still? Of course, spray paint. Spray paint's important. I use Krylon and Rust-Oleum mostly, but for my black and white, I will use these Walmart brands because they're cheap and they're kind of transparent, almost opaque. That helps in buffering with pixelation. Well, that's not good. I don't want you guys to buffer. Tell you what, I'm going to stop the video. And try to do it at a different rate here and see if I can do something different. I'll be right back. Okay, but we'll continue on and we'll see if that helps any. And then next time I do a live, I'll try different settings. So like I was saying before, my poster board has a glossy side, and that's the side we work on, and the other side is kind of a rough side. So what I do is I'll tape it down to my table. And then we'll just do a simple space scene right now. So we use things like pot lids, cups, things like that as stencils. So I'm going to make a space scene with about 3 different planets there. Now one thing that is recommended is to use a mask. I'm outside in a decently ventilated area and I want to talk, so I'm not going to use my mask at this point in time. But it's always recommended that we do. Also, if you want to keep your hands clean and keep some of that paint off, you can use a glove, and I generally don't use a glove. Other great tools are going to be putty knives, palette knives, little caps for little planets or little shapes, stencils, which you'll see in my next painting. So what I start with, and you want to make sure you shake up your paint really well. Spray it off the side, and you just kind of do a light misting to mark your planet. And this kind of helps save on paint. So now you know where you want your planets to be. So we'll start with some purple and blue. Spray some purple down, some blue down. And generally we always top the planets off with a primary color of white or black. And then we take a piece of magazine sheet, crumple it up, lay it down, and there's our first planet. Probably can't tell yet, but that's a planet. Next we'll go like a red and a watermelon. This time I'm going to top it off with some white. And then a little bit of black. Alright, not much chat going on. I hope I'm still alive here, guys. There we go. Alright, so my third planet, let's do... I thought maybe I lost my whole video. This last planet I'm going to do just solid green. A little bit of black. And on this one, hi Dwayne, nice to see you. So guys, Dwayne is a local artist here that I met. He does a lot of crafting journals, things like that. Go check out his page and his channel. He's actually kind of my dealer here locally. I went and bought a bunch of papers and stuff from him for crafting. Alright, so with anything, we have a light source and a shadowing. Everyone knows kind of that in art. So I'm kind of going to have like pretend that there's a light source in the middle. And we kind of shade the back half of the planet. So like right here. And so whenever I go to place my stencil down, if I don't let that dry a little bit, I'm going to get a line from the edge of my pot lid. But one thing we can do, watch your eyes. One thing we can do is a little bit of fire. So with any spray paint, you know, it has an accelerant that dries it. So that heat zaps that out and helps set the paint a little longer, a little faster. But watch your ears. Another trick is also to use a blow dryer. There we go. Alright, so now we just place our stencils back on, making sure to get a little bit of that shadow, that's atmosphere. And now we fill in space. The space is predominantly black, obviously, when we look up there. But there are clouds and stuff in space, so I will add some clouds to this. Get up against those stencils, get a nice crisp edge so you can see it. Let's see. About red clouds through here. Blue. Ah, look at that catch. Nope, that doesn't work. Some green. Yeah, there's a spray paint artist that I follow. His name's Porfirio Jimenez. I probably just butchered his name. He'll do it and he'll say Fuego. Okay. A little touch up there. Now this is my favorite part. Get stars on there. What I do is I'll spray white on my finger, flick it to get the big globs off, and then just flick it onto the painting. Kind of same concept of doing like a paintbrush or something, or a toothbrush. If you see me in person, I generally always have like a white fingernail. Alright, so there's my stars. Alright, you guys ready to see these planets? There's the first one. There's the big one. And the little one. Now I said I'd have like a light source in the middle. So I kind of want to do a star right in the middle. And guys, make sure to thumbs up if I appreciate it. Alright, so right out here in the middle, I'm going to bounce it off of this putty knife. There we go. Last but not least, just like any artist, grab my favorite color here. It's hard to see. Where's my favorite color? There we go, clear. So just put kind of a little top coat on here. And down the corner. That is my painting. Try not to get a glare. There's the planets. There's the big planet. There you go. So that's one painting down right there. So, I'm going to sit down for a minute. As you guys know, my back's been killing me lately. I appreciate you guys showing up. So that's my first one. That's kind of just an introductory painting. It's good for warm-up. It's a very basic, simple method, and so it's a good place to start if you're beginning. Two people I do recommend going and watching if you ever want to learn more about spray paint art and actual step-by-step guides is Spraycasso. His name is Arturo Spraycasso and his channel is Spraycasso. Another one is called Space Painter, which is the guy's name is Brandon, and he does great tutorials. But I appreciate you guys watching. We're going to do another one here in a second. I'm going to let this one kind of dry just a tiny bit. The next one is a painting for a friend for his daughter. He asked for a unicorn with kind of a night sky behind it, in the style of oh, what's her name, Lisa Franks. So I'm going to do kind of a rainbowy kind of a painting with a unicorn. So in order to do that, I've used my wonderful cutting machine, and I have this stencil for a unicorn. Can't see it very well there we go. So we're going to do something similar to what I just did. I'm going to do a set of rainbow planets across the top, and then a nice ground, and put the unicorn on. So if you guys want to stick around, I'll paint another one. Oh. The good part about spray paint is it'll dry pretty much to the touch in about 15 minutes, and definitely within 24 hours it'll be totally dry. You can mount it in a frame or however you want to do it. All right, feel free to jet me any questions. If you could, definitely put them in caps so I don't miss them. It's not like we have a lot of people in here chatting, but as time goes on, if we have that habit, then I'll be able to pay attention. Just to give you guys a background of our channel, I tried to start it, but a lot of things happened in my life, so it went on hold. So that's why I only have 2 videos. And T.A.P stands for Tellurian, Angelfish AKS, and Puggy Pie GSS, and that's myself, my daughter, and my son's screen names. Because the idea is this channel is not just going to be me out here, you know, doing crafts or art and things like that. My kids and I are going to try to do videos as a family. I believe next weekend we're going to try to do the baby food challenge. So we already did the Bean Boozled challenge, and so next we're going to do the baby food challenge. It's actually one of the videos we had planned before our little hiatus, but keep an eye out for those. So for this, I'm going to try to fit 7 or 6 planets across here for rainbow. So I'm going to use these caps. These are all caps off of like bottled drinks. I think I can fit 6 across here. There we go. Where am I? If you're wondering where I'm at on the porch of my apartment. But I've also, if you're curious, I'm in Springfield, Missouri. I do set up at First Friday Art Walk for anyone that is near Springfield, Missouri. I will be down at First Friday Art Walk in front of a store called Distorted Utopia on First Friday, which is this coming Friday the 4th, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to do a rainbow of planets, and I think I'm going to do well, hello Stacy. I'm glad to see you. Well, I'm getting ready to do my second painting. I'm not sure if you were here for the first one. But this is me. Hi guys. So I think this is how I'm going to do my rainbow of planets across here. So again, we'll just kind of mark them. The light mist. I'll keep these in order. All right. So let's do the rainbow. Who remembers the colors of the rainbow? If I remember right, red, orange, yellow, right? Red. Red, orange. Remember, shake those cans really well. Well, you can go back, Stacy. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post this live on my channel after this is over as archived. So here's orange. I half wonder if my neighbors think I'm weird standing out on my porch spray painting. All right, red, orange, yellow. One thing I like about spray paint art is it's a lot like spray paint art is a lot like any other art. If you make a mistake, it becomes just a change, which I really like. So red, orange, yellow, green. Oh, I covered my yellow. Darn it. Yeah, I always tell people when I'm doing like live spray paint, the fumes are free, or the highs are free, but the paintings cost them. Alright, so back to yellow. Yellow. Orange. Green. Blue. I do like having you guys here painting with me though. It gets kind of boring talking to myself. And purple. Now I'm doing the traditional Anne Frank, or Anne Frank, Lisa Frank 6. Because I don't really have an indigo, and I think she usually just does the 6 colors anyway. Alright, so let's top this off with a little bit of white. Sprinkle to make textures. There we go. All right, watch your ears. Oh, that's true. I should be saving them, huh? I mean, the magazine sheets. That's actually not a bad idea. I have a trash can full of them. All right, you might see some ATCs or cards with some of them on them here soon. Speaking of ATCs, that's another thing we're gonna make before we get off camera. I need to make some ATCs for a local trade, and I'm gonna do some space painting ones. Okay. Red. Orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Now, because these lids are so light, I have weights. So these are all just old like nuts and such. And this helps keep them in place because they're so light. Alright, now for this background, time for space. And for me, a nice dust sky has a little bit of blue towards the horizon, in my opinion. There we go. And then some black. Yep, I don't know where we're getting these hairs. Ah. Come on. Stacy. How you doing? Great. My neighbor's walking by. I think a lot of the hairs are coming from my cat. She's inside, but everything that I have gets hairs on it and then it falls on things. Alright, so my favorite part, stars. All right. Okay, so down here I'm gonna put some ground for the unicorn to stand on. So his feet are about there. So I want to do kind of a green. And a tan. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if I get envelopes from you guys with hairs in it. A little bit of tan, a little bit of black. All right, now watch this. This is how we make textured land here. Take this. There we go. So that's my painting so far, if you guys can see it at all. Let's go ahead and take these planets. Purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Alright, so this is how it is so far before I put the unicorn on. So I hope this is Lisa Frank enough for him. But basically I've left space right here. I'm going to put that unicorn on. So I'm going to do a little zap dry with my lighter. So watch your eyes. Okay, breeze is going away. There we go. And then just to finish it off, watch your ears. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Thank you very much. Alright, so I think it's dry enough to put the stencil down. So what we'll do is we'll lay that stencil over there. But if you guys want this painting, or one similar to it, this is actually a commissioned piece, so uh-oh, I knew it. Good part about it is even though that happened, I can fix it. So I didn't wait for it to dry long enough to put the paper on it. So fix these areas really quick. I'm gonna let that dry really quick. Has meteors. Well, again, I mean, they're not too bad of mistakes. They're easily fixable, but let me put that to the side and we'll let that dry a little longer. And now I need to go, bear with me, I need to go grab something. All right, so got some cardstock. This is 110-pound cardstock, and I'm doing a local ATC trade with some local artists. We do about 4 different trades a year. One being Christmas ornaments, one being ATCs, another one being whatever you want, and then another one being a painting of some sort or a concept of some sort. So I'm going to make some ATCs real quick while we have you here and let that other painting dry. Hi Frankie, welcome. Who else came? Ann, I apologize I didn't say hi. Deb. So glad you guys are all here. Give me a thumbs up. This is my first live stream, so any critiques would be awesome. Criticisms are fine. Alright, for this, since it's like all over the place and they're going to be 2.5 by 3.5 inch cards, I just kind of throw colors on. And then I just top it off with black. Take my paper, wet down a little bit. That's a good thing about clear paint, just to let you know, clear gloss paint, is if you need the paint re-wetted, that works great for re-wetting paint. Okay. So now we take these. Oh yeah, as far as backgrounds, this is like an awesome method. Now, I tried, matter of fact, I have it in my bag. I tried to do the, what do you call it, the shave cream method, but I tried to use spray paints. And this is what I came up with. Now I don't like it because when I scrape the stuff off, you can see the actual scratch marks. But it's kind of an interesting background. But that was with shaving cream and spray paints instead of alcohol or anything like that. So after this sheet is done, I really love it when I cut them down to the ATC sizes. They really are cool. Matter of fact, I think, Stacy, didn't I send you one? It is so humid. So like I showed everyone earlier, the reason why I have to weigh these down is they get blown apart. Let's see. I'm trying to think, how long we've been broadcasting? I've done basically, what, 1 3/4 of a painting, getting ready to do another one, and we've been broadcasting for 45 minutes. One thing I like about spray paint art is it is very quick. Dries quick, you can knock out stuff quick with different methods. Alright, I think we're safe there. All right. Thank you, Stacy. Appreciate the thumbs up push. As I do more and more live streams, I'll have to see about getting moderators, huh? I'm as popular as you are. And I have done a landscape before. I've done quite a few of them, actually. If you go on Facebook, you look up Peddler's Medley Spray Paint Art. Look through my thing. I believe I have a few landscapes posted on there. All right. You guys ready to see how this turns out? Yeah, I apologize.
if you do questions, do them in caps so I don't miss them. But Frankie, like Stacy said, they're bottle caps. I use them to cover so that I have the planets preserved whenever I pull them up. You can see the planets underneath. And the stuff on top are sockets and nuts and stuff. And that just helps weigh it down because these little caps are so light that the spray paint has so much pressure that it'll a lot of times push the caps around. I didn't want that to happen. All right. Hi, Secret. Welcome to the room. There we go. So let's see if we can see this. So as you can see, there's darn glare from that sun. There we go. So as you can see, I'm able to, on that 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock, I was able to put several little planets on there. And so what I'll do is I'll cut this into 10 ATCs, and so in one painting it took me, I don't know, 10 minutes or so to do when I'm not chatting and chatting. Oh, and you talking about the dragon in the sky with the pink and red trees? I love doing that one. So anyway, there's my ATCs for trade. And don't worry, pretty much every poodle will end up with a space painting ATC at one point. I just have to make sure to make more and cut them out. Alright, let's revisit this unicorn painting that I messed up, momentarily messed up. See if we can fix it. Alright, so I fixed the sky. I'm going to make sure it's dry. One more time, watch your ears. And my paintings for 11 by 14 on poster board run $20. That's pretty much for anything you request, so I only do these for $20. Kind of right now, it's what the market's pushing for. I did not create this, Deb. So a little bit of history while that dries some more. A little bit of history on spray paint art is about the mid-'80s. This all started in Mexico as street artists. So these guys would take poster board, basically newspapers, a little bit of paint, razor blades, and very few tools, and they would create wonderful works of art like this. So that's where it all started. So you get a lot of it in the resorts like Cancun and Puerto Vallarta and things like that. Then it moved to the United States. You'll see a lot in Vegas on Fremont Street there on the Strip, New York, Seattle, places like that. Be honest with you, in Springfield, Missouri, which is where I'm from, I know of 2 other people that do spray paint art here other than me, and be honest with you, I'm the only one that I see out doing it like actively during Art Walk and setting up at events. So it's just a really neat, unique art form. I didn't do any art until 2 years ago. This was my first delve into art. That was June of 15. Quickly, fall came and you can't spray paint art unless you're inside, which I didn't have a way to do that. So that's when I started actually getting into ATCs and learning acrylics and watercolors. And that's how I met a majority of you folks in here, is I started watching ATC videos and crafting videos. So just kind of blossomed from there. So this is my primary art, but I do enjoy doing ATCs and everything else with you wonderful ladies. And PM me, Facebook or on here, either way, and we can arrange that, okay? Hi, Gibson Schwindinger. It is a beautiful porch. It's yours every other weekend. So guys, Gibson is my son. He is the P in the T.A.P. That is our one and only Puggy Pie GSS right there. The one and only Puggy Pie GSS. Hey Gibson, next weekend I'm talking about us doing the baby food challenge finally. So I hope you're up for it. So now let's finish this unicorn that I have to finish for a customer. So on my stencils, I like to have nice sharp edges, so I usually go pretty heavy on these weights to get the edges to stay down. Some spray paint artists you'll see, they just kind of throw it on there. They might put some weights on it. I'm an engineer, so I get a little more anal about things. If you want to sleep in your bed and not on this porch, you'll do it. Kidding, don't call DHS on me. You're gonna do it because you enjoyed it. You enjoyed the Bean Boozled. You actually even won the Bean Boozled, if I remember right. Alright, so she wants a white unicorn. So you used the key word there, it's my PS4. I can take it out of your room anytime. Alright, so when I do stencils, I like to do... Yeah, you didn't get a lot of bad ones, but the ones you did, you actually ate, which impressed me. But with stencils, I like to do light layers and do like 2 or 3, let them dry in between. So I'm not sure if you guys saw my latest experiment. So I bought that liquid simulated leading to do like stained glass look stuff. I don't know if you saw my latest painting, but I'm trying to perfect that method. So I'm gonna probably put out a video of how I did that. Probably not live stream, but I'm probably gonna put out a video this week showing how I did that. It's kind of muggy in Missouri. So like I said last night when I was on Stacy's live stream, my friend lent me some lotion with some special stuff in it from Colorado. And the funny thing is, I think it actually helps when I rub it on my back and on my sciatica area. I'm just very surprised. Yeah, just think, Gibson, one day you'll be changing my diapers and feeding me baby food. All right. Woohoo, unicorn! All right, so I don't have a paintbrush. So I'm going to try to paint the horn rainbow color. Wow, 20 watching. That's actually pretty good. Thank you guys for coming. Make sure to thumbs up. Well, I'm glad you got some mowing done. All right, so red. Red. Orange. Yellow. Green. Blue. And purple. Oh yeah, how was band camp, son? Man. Frankie, you talking about the fact that there's a unicorn all of a sudden? I'm like a magician. Purple. There we go. As good as it's going to get. Lisa Frank ought to be proud of me. Put some clear on there. I've grabbed the white before when I put clear on. Oh, talk about disappointing how much you can mess up a painting. Put a little signature at the bottom. And voila. We have a Lisa Frank-esque unicorn with a night sky behind it. Yeah, it is like magic, isn't it? This piece of paper is going to be cool, probably for ATC backgrounds. Look at that. Alright guys, I don't know how long you guys want to be with me because it's been, I think, an hour. I'm not sure where we put this. I do have one more thing. What pen did I use? I used actually a paintbrush. So that's what you're talking about right there. I have one more thing I wanted to do. So I've been playing with paint pouring, and so this was one of my paint pours I originally, when it was wet, I didn't like, and this is on a record. And so whenever it came out and dried, everyone was like, it looks like a moon, it looks like a moon. And so I kind of agree. And so what I did was I went and bought some glow-in-the-dark spray paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray paint this glow-in-the-dark and see how it turns out, like if it's hanging on the wall, if it'll be all glowy. Patricia, do I do Optimus Prime? I could. I haven't done one yet, but I could. Alright, so I'm going to let that glow-in-the-dark dry, and then I'll let it charge up later tonight, and I'll try to get a picture of it in the dark, see how good it glows. So, I don't know what else. I mean, unless you guys want me to paint something else. I kind of planned on those few projects. I'll take any requests. Please post them in the comments once this thing is posted. Send me Facebook messages, things like that, of other things you'd like to see, whether it be a specific spray paint art, painting, methods, definitely anything crafty. If you guys want me to start doing any crafty videos, although, you know, Stacy takes care of us there, so. Oh yeah, well, I can't control the outside. Mia. So my cat's been sitting here by the door the whole time, and then now she's gone. I'm going to show you my kitty. Alright, so I appreciate you guys coming and supporting me so much. Thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up and call it a day. I really, really appreciate it. And I don't have any catchphrase yet, so we'll have to come up with some kind of catchphrase. Well, you know, what makes it great are the people who come and watch and support, so I really appreciate you guys. And, you know, there was no garlic twist delivered, so I'm kind of disappointed. Just kidding. Good. So just to wrap up, that's my commission piece. So I hope they like it. And we're out. So take care. Thanks guys very much.